Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Crafts. I'm Linda Cullen from Crafty Stampin', and I got a fun card for us today. It's made up with products that are retiring. Ooh, it's sad. So we're playing with the Celebration Time bundle. So it's the stamp set and dies. I kind of think these bundle was a lot of overlooked, I think, this year. It's a really cute, fun bundle. And I wanted to play with it here on Coffee and Crafts because I wanted to make sure you guys had an opportunity to check it out before it disappears forever. And I did double check. As of 9 a.m., the Thinlits were still available, and the other things that we're playing with that are retiring were all still available, and they were not on low inventory yet. So you still do have time to get your hands on these soon. So I see everyone's jumping on. Good morning. I'm showing off what we're going to be doing today. Good morning. So like always on Coffee and Crafts, I'd like to say thank you to everybody. So we do like to do a little prize patrol. And at the end of today's broadcast, I'm going to give away the 2015-2017 in color doilies. And all you have to do to enter to win those is leave a comment. And so all you have to do is say hi. I see a lot of you popping on saying good morning, hi. Just got to say hi. And if you don't win the doilies, or you happen to catch this later, either here on Facebook or on YouTube, no worries. You can still leave a comment. And I'm going to give away the Flowering Fields stamp set, and I give that away on, I think, next Thursday. So again, for that, all you have to do is leave a comment. If you share this video, and you can share it in your personal feed, in a group, but then just come back and type the comment shared with a D, and I will add you for a second entry to win the Flowering Fields stamp set. So good morning, good morning. So let's just see. So there's some fun stuff still going on. The Stampin' Up! Clearance rack, there's still some goodies there. I checked this morning. So if you want a good discount, that is a good place to look. Also, a good place to keep an eye on is the retirement list. I did put out on my blog a sold out update. There are some designer series papers and some embossing folders are, gone forever. So make sure you gather up what you want now. And just in case, I wanted to throw this up here. On my blog, I've been doing a little series on all the new colors. And if you missed it, I know a lot of people are asking me about new colors like, oh, is that similar to something else? So here I have Highland Heather, and I tried to compare it not just to our current color line. Oh, hold on. You're looking at the wrong thing. There we go. Okay. So over on craftystampin.com, like I said, I've been doing a series. I had all the in colors. Then Wednesday I did the new core colors, and tomorrow I will do the returning colors. And because people ask of the colors, are they similar to not just current Stampin' Up! Colors, but some of the retired colors? So I try to go through, like here's the new Highland Heather. I think it's a really great true purple on the lighter side, whereas the Gorgeous Grape is more of a true purple on the little darker side. But I compare it to our just retiring Wisteria Wonder and our Perfect Plum and some oldies like the Lavender Lace and Almost Amethyst. So I've done that for all of them. It's a great, if you want to get an idea of some of these new colors. Again, I will also have the returning favorites on Friday. So craftystampin.com, you can find all that info. I hope that will help some of you guys try to figure out where, how the colors are going to fit into your life in January. Also, if you want the catalog and you don't have a demonstrator, I'd love to mail you one. You can head over Crafty Stampin' and fill it out. Several people will automatically be getting them from me. If you've been a customer of mine over the past years, or you're part of my stamp club, or you're part of my team, you will automatically get a catalog. Because they are expensive to mail, I do ask if you are a new customer that you pay for the shipping, which is $7. But I will send you a $10 coupon on your first order. So I kind of, you know, I make it a little easier for you. So that is what is going on with Stampin' Up. So let's head over, and I want to pick our watch later giveaway from last time, so from the 19th, and it's the Lots of Lavender stamp set. And so let me find the random.org. So here you'll see everyone's name who was entered from 419. And you can see a lot of people are entered twice. That's because they shared this video, and it's my thank you for that. And I just like to everyone to be able to kind of see their names go by. So I kind of feel like we're all on the up and up. I do pull everyone's names. So I'm going to hit randomize, and the name that pops on top is going to be our winner for today. And our winner is Admiral Randall. Hi, Admiral. So if you head over, oh, I'm confused now. If you head back over to craftystampin.com and you head up to the top to specials and giveaways, I have a link there for you to, right here, click to claim your prize. And fill that information out. I will get that to you probably by the end of this week, or get it out in the mail by the end of this week. 2 weeks to claim, and if I don't hear from you within 2 weeks, I will put it back into the pile for others. I will also send an email out as soon as I stick it in the mail. So if you do not hear from me within those 2 weeks and you think you've submitted it, send me another email and send it right at Linda@CraftyStampin', and I will get that for you. So I think it's time to start crafting. I see a bunch of people have climbed. Good morning. So let's run back to what we're going to do for today. So here is today's fun card. This is, again, using the Celebration Time bundle. This is retiring. As of 9 a.m. this morning, all these parts and pieces were still available in my online store. So you can still get them. So let's head down here. All right, so here we go. Here's our card. So you can find that this is from the annual catalog. It's on page 81. Like I said, I think it's one of an overlooked bundle. I just think it's so cute, and I love the dies in it. So we'll play with those. Like usual, I always provide a PDF for my coffee and crafts. So about an hour after this broadcast at craftystampin.com, I'll have a blog post. In it, we'll have all the details that we went over and this downloadable PDF. I have all the cut sizes, so you don't have to try and take notes while you're watching. I have a list of all the products that I used, a place that you can take your own notes. And again, that'll be available in about an hour. So let's get playing. So let's see. So this is the bundle that we're playing with. We have the Celebration Time, the stamp set, and then the matching dies. And I have a few out that we're going to be using. But it's got some great birthday dies. I just think tags. And so here are the other ones that we're going to be using. We got some great variation with tags and this fun birthday cake. So I just love this set. So here we go. So move this to the side. We're also playing with, and I double checked again today. These are the papers we're using. These are both 6x6 packs, and they're both from the Occasions catalog. This is the Tutti Frutti 6x6 and the Picture Perfect Party. And I just love how bright and colorful they are. And so these two also at 9 a.m. were still available to purchase, though they are on the retirement list. So those are some of the things we're using. So let's start here. So we have our, oh, I didn't even score it. Our DSP, our card base is Night of Navy. Let me get you in the shot here. And so I'm going to score it with my scoreboard, 5.5. Stick that down here. And good morning, everybody. All right, so I'm using a strip of DSP. This one is from the Picture Perfect Party. Yes, Picture Perfect Party. I love all the colors that are in it. Again, I like bright and happy, especially when we're doing Christmas cards, birthday cards. And this is a full 6x6, and so I'm just going to put it on, and then I will cut it down. I think just adding a strip along the side with a bunch of colors is a great way to add a variety of colors to your card and not have it be the focus. I find sometimes when I make cards, they seem like I only have 2 colors maybe. And I want to have more. And so this is an easy way to add a lot more color without it taking over making your design look kind of crazy and all over the place. I don't know. Have you ever done that? You get done with a card and you're like, wow, that was a little bright, a little too much color. So that's sort of my way to handle that. All right, so let's see. What are we going to do next? All right, let's stamp. All right. So I have a piece of Whisper White, and I'm going to run it through the Big Shot with the Sparkle embossing folder. You can see on the card, I have all this white space, and sometimes I have a hard time leaving that amount of white space alone. You know, I like to, stamp on it lightly or something, and this is where embossing folders, I think, are always come in handy because you can fill that white space. So let's set this up. All right, it's all set. So I have the Big Shot platform and I don't have the extra spacer plate. Good morning, Denmark. Hi, Denmark. It's always fun to see how far away people join in from. And Toronto, New York. Welcome, everybody. All right, so we got a lot of Big Shot work today. So here is, you can see that. There we go. All right, let's move this back out of the way for a moment. All right, so let's see. I'm just going to build up the base at the moment. So we're going to add our embossed Whisper White to the Lemon Lime Twist. All right, and here what I'm going to add is, this is the Berry Burst crinkled seam binding. I personally love the seam bindings. I was so happy they came back. Of course, now they're leaving again. They are a great ribbon to tie bows. They really they work well. They're not too stiff. They're a fun ribbon. So this is giving me the ability to add a bit more Berry Burst to this card. There we go. And all I did was add snail to the back and then attach it. And that's enough for that. So we're going to use some dimensionals to put this on the card base. We'll get our card base all ready to go before we start stamping and die cutting. There we go. So what do you guys do when you do cards? Do you do the base all first and then do all the fancy stamping and die cutting, or do you do all the fancy detail work first and then build up the card afterwards? It depends on how I design it. This one I started the other way around and then built up the background. All right, so that we're going to set aside for the rest of it. So I need scrap. There we go. All right, so I'm going to get a scrap piece of Whisper White, one that I already worked on, and I'm going to get my stamp, and I'm going to use the It's Your Birthday. I just really like that font, but all 3 of these cakes will cut out with that die. And I'm going to ink it up in Lemon Lime Twist. Stamp build pieces are done, then assemble. Yeah, kind of depends on the card and sometimes where my brain is going, how the cards come together. All right, so now I'm going to use the Night of Navy Stampin' Write marker. And I'm going to, there's the cake outline all around, and I'm going to use my marker to write over the Lemon Lime Twist and make the outline of the cake Night of Navy. And without getting any of the Night of Navy ink on the lettering. Let's see how I do live. All right, here we go. All right, That's good enough. Okay. So now we do the lovely huff. That will reactivate any ink that might have dried in that time frame. So there we go. So now I have two-tone ink. Let's close up my ink because that was the only bit of stamping we were going to do. I'll put these aside. Good morning, everybody. I still see more people are popping on. All right, so now back to the Big Shot. And I got to grab my... So now I'm going to do work with the dies. So onto my Big Shot platform, I need to add the thin die adapter. Let me see. All right. Let's line this up over here. Okay. So here is my birthday cake. I am going to take the here's the cake die, but I'm only interested in the actual cake, not the stand and the topping right yet. So I'm going to line this up so I don't care that it's hanging off the edge. So I'm going to grab my Post-it notes so that it doesn't move and get it right where I want it. I think. There we go. Add the Post-it note. And through we go. Alright, so remove this. Pop out my cake. So here's my cake. So I'm going to put that aside for a minute. I'm going to do all my die cutting and then I'll come back. So now I'm going to take, this is just a scrap piece of Berry Burst. And I'm going to pop out my leftovers. I'm going to use the same cake die again. Actually, I put this over here. And we're just going to run this through again. So I don't need the leftover. So here's the Berry Burst cake. So we'll set that aside. I'm done with the cake die. Now, where's my DSP? All right, so I take, this is the DSP from Tutti Frutti. So this is the lemon lime twist kind of a graphic. So let's stick this back through. So I am going to cut out the solid tag with this. That on here. I'll run this one through. All right. Just that. Set that aside. And then one more. And again, just a scrap of Night of Navy. And this one is the striped tag. So we're going to run that through one more time. All right. Pull this out. I think that's all I need with the Big Shot. We'll see. I always forget here and there. So I'm going to use my die brush to get the pieces out of here. There we go. Okay. So put that die back. All right, so we cut out all those pieces, so let's assemble a few of them. So here are my tags. Let's see if I can bring you in a little closer. There we go. So here are my tags. I don't want them to show up as tags. I prefer them to just be little rectangles. So what I'm going to do is I'm just putting a wee bit of snail. And I don't worry about the whole little spider web wispies with snail on a die like this. I just kind of use my paper piercer to kind of remove them. For me, I think it's just faster. All right, and then, oops, I gotta keep you in frame. I'm gonna place this on top. There we go. All right, oh, there we go. So I'm not 100%, that's fine. Whoops, all right, little snail here. All right, so I'm just going to cut off the tab tag. I find it's easier to do after I attach the two. And I didn't get a perfect lineup, so I'm just going to trim the DSP behind the Night of Navy so you don't see it. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to be a perfectionist. There we go. All right, so we'll throw this away. So there's one of our panels. And now over here on my cake. So all I'm interested in the Whisper White is the cake. So I'm going to cut off the stand and the bow. So I just line up with the bottom of the cake and then kind of line up with the top of the cake. There we go. And so now what I want to do is I'm going to attach this to the top of my berry burst cake. So I'm just going to put a little snail down the middle. And there we go. So there is my cake. So what else do we need to do? All right. So one other thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take a bit of silver foil and the Starburst punch. And I'm going to use, I don't know if you've ever done this, you cut this too small so you can't get your hands in there. So I use a piece of Post-it note as like a handle. So now I can slide it in and I can still move it around as I need to. So punch. And it doesn't matter if my punch gets a little bit of the Post-it. So put that aside. All right, so now we're on final assembly. So I'm going to put a couple dimensionals on the back of my cake. I'm going to attach the cake to the Starburst. All right. And just want to kind of get it centered. All right, so there's my cake. I'm going to attach this to this, but first I want to add a bunch of the silver thread that's kind of looking like it's going all around. So to do that, I'm going to put a bunch of snail on the back of this piece. I'm going to pull out my thread. Let's see, and it's kind of a bit of a mess. All right, and I'm going to kind of wrap it around my fingers. Let's see if we pull you out a bit. Okay, let's kind of open this kind of wide. All right, so now I have my thread kind of all around my hands. I'll just kind of trim it. Now I got the snail on here. I'm just kind of gonna put it down. I am not going for perfection here. Really not. Okay, so. And I'm not going for neat. I am going for crazy. If you go for crazy, you're good. I don't know if you can see this. Ah. All right, I'm gonna add a little more because I got more on the bottom and I gotta put more up there. The thread, I always worry like, oh, that's a mess. It's gonna look crappy. When I get the whole project done, it always looks good. So I have to learn not to focus in sometimes on the littler details and just go with the big picture. I know it's hard sometimes. All right, and just down. Quite literally, I'm just sticking it to the tape I already stuck to the back. And the only thing I don't want are ends sticking out. So I don't know if you can see that on the blue. You know, I really just want, I just kind of want this little silver craziness to stick out. All right. So before I go any further, I'm going to attach this to my card base with dimensionals. Basically, I'm trying to get now all that snail that I put down away from my card base so it doesn't stick. I want it to be raised. All right, here we go. Whoops. All right. So, be careful. It does still stick to the back, to your fingers. All right, so this is going to go centered over this. Now you can just kind of see the silver. It just kind of goes. It does its own thing, which is fine. That's what we want. And now, more dimensionals, and I put dimensionals on the back of this. I like a bumped up card. I like the shadow lines it adds. I think you can kind of make any card a little more wow by adding more dimensionals. All right, let's see. So we're going to put the birthday, it's your birthday right in the middle. And I can't leave that well enough alone. I'm going to add some rhinestones. And I use my paper piercing tool. I'm going to take a medium, let's see. Oh, I got to move you out. All right, so I'm going to take some of the medium size. Come on. And I'm going to put one right kind of where the bow meets the cake right there. And then we'll take some of the bigger ones. And when it comes to like jewels and stuff, I always go by the rule of 3. If you just put 3 of something, it looks good. You put 4, doesn't look quite right. So 1, 2, 3. I probably could put a third of the background ones and not kind of count that middle one. But, you know. But I like it's got the bling, the silver, with the silver foil and the silver thread. I think that's a fun card. So that is my where'd it go? Whoop. My celebration time retiring stamp set and bundle. Don't let this one go away. It's a good set. I mean, there's some fun shapes. So we're going to pull the live winner now. So I'm going to give everybody a couple seconds you can just jump on and say hi. So if you are late and didn't hear, we are doing a giveaway. Oops, that's not the giveaway. That's the giveaway. I'm doing a giveaway. So in a few minutes, we're going to pull for the 2015-2017 in color doilies. And if you don't win, or are you watching this later, either on Facebook or YouTube, you still have a chance to enter to win the Flowering Fields stamp set. So again, all you have to do is leave a comment. But if you share this video on Facebook or YouTube and you comment shared with a D, I will add you for a second entry to win the Flowering Fields. And I'm going to do that a week from today on my May 3rd. Can you believe May 3rd Coffee and Crafts. So let's go pick our live winner. Let's head over. Oh, well, we're going to head over here, and then I'm going to find the site that has knocked me out. I talked too long, and they kicked me out. So I got to log back in. So it gives you guys a couple seconds to jump on. And here we go. So let's pick a winner. And I'm going to pick a winner, and whoever's name pops up will be the winner of the In Color Dollies. And our winner is Christina McCarthy. Congratulations, Christina. If you head over to craftystampin.com, I gotta find that page. There we go. craftystampin.com. If you go up to specials, and then giveaways, there is a link there to click, and you can fill out the prize claim form. I thank everybody for joining me today. If you missed it, Tammy and I had to move the scoop from this past Tuesday to this coming Tuesday. So we are going to have lots of exciting swaps to show you on Tuesday. So you're not going to want to miss that. And then I will be back here for Coffee and Crafts next Thursday. And that's when we'll do pick the prize for the Flowering Fields. So again, I thank everybody for joining me, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.